Hey everybody, welcome back to the garage. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please go ahead, click on subscribe, and also click on that bell to receive all the updates and activities on my channel. So today we're going to talk about garage doors and low headroom. Alright, so just to give you kind of a breakdown of the construction of this garage, it's a 24 by 24 garage that was built in 1912. The ceiling height is a little bit less than 8 feet. It's actually 93 inches minus the 2 inches for my opener. So I'm dealing with about 90 inches from the floor to the bottom of the opener, right? My doors are 9 foot by 7 feet. It's pretty much a standard size. And what happens is when you go to open up the door, it would hit the bottom of the opener. So there's three options of what you can do to solve the issue, right? You can buy a low headroom track, okay? That's option number one, where it basically puts a secondary piece of straight track on the top of the standard garage track, and basically it brings the top panel back. And the second option is you can install quick turn brackets, which is what I use, but I didn't use them in the conventional way. Or there's a third option called super sneaky brackets, and essentially this is kind of a cheat on those type of brackets. But we're using the quick turn brackets to emulate the same type of reaction. So with that being said, I'm going to show you what we did, and hopefully this helps somebody out in a similar scenario. So let's go over to the doors. Okay, so here are the doors. So these are just standard 9x7 doors. There's nothing crazy or special about them. These doors are made by CHI. And if you look, I'm actually using my original track because, again, my headroom is around 93 inches. So even if I was to use the track that was supplied, which was a 12-inch radius, because the radius occurs higher on the vertical, it would have left me 2 inches of headroom between the opener and the actual thickness of the door. So we decided to use the original tracks, which is fine because, you know, the panels are the same as the old doors, which are 21 inches tall. But getting back to the issue, right? So if you're watching this video, you already know what I'm talking about. When you go to open up the door, basically you run into an obstruction. So these are the quick turn brackets, and these are normally designed to be mounted the opposite way. These are actually they're mounted upside down, and I'm using a single roller versus two. And if you've ever looked at the super sneaky brackets, this is essentially what they are. It's just a little bit different design. It's a bracket with a single roller, and basically the hinge collapses on itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the opener, and I'll show you, right? So as the door moves back, which is being pulled by the puller, it lays down on the hinge, and what we'll do is lift up the door, and then it goes back. Right? It goes all the way back. Right? So what we'll do is we'll bring the door back down. This door is actually pretty well balanced. So the door is coming down. The door is now on the floor. And now we'll push the door back. Right? So what we'll do is I'll show you the modified opener. Right, so the opener is actually pushing against the top of the panel, right? So I just pull the panel back. Again, it's locked in, so you can see the whole thing in action. So again, as the carriage is moving back on the opener, it's pulling the panel back, and then the door goes up. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna reattach the opener and show you it in action. All right, so the door is going up. I'll send it back down. All right, so the reason I installed these brackets really it was because out of necessity. I needed to get the doors installed, and I couldn't find any place that kept those super sneaky brackets in stock. And see, if you're in a situation like this, those brackets are roughly 60 bucks a pair plus shipping. So we'll just call it 150 bucks depending on where you live to get them shipped. And as far as these are 20 bucks a pair, and I bought these at a garage door supply house, and they're readily in stock. I didn't have to wait for them, and it essentially accomplishes the same thing. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to probably cut them another probably just cut a 6 inches off of it because it's really not needed. And I initially put in some little 3M tape to kind of cut down on the noise when the panel lays down, but I can see that it's not working that well, so I'm probably going to put like a little bit of a 1/2 inch fuel line. I'll fasten it to that panel so when it comes down it'll be more like a cushion when it hits that panel, so reduce some of the noise and some of the jarring. Alright, so here's the finished part. I went and gone ahead and, like I said, cut off about 6 or 7 inches of the quick turn bracket. I installed some foam into the bracket, so now when it goes in operation, it's nice and quiet. So why don't we go ahead and open it? Alright, so then we'll go ahead and close the door again. Alright, so there you go. Pretty simple solution. If there's any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and leave them in the comments box. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And always, thanks for watching and have a great day. See ya.